Alright, so before we get into this video, I just want to say that I am looking for a couple more people to join my Minecraft server, so if you are interested in that, please DM me on Discord and we can talk about it. Alright, so today we have a little bit of a different video here. Basically what this video is going to be covering is this new competitive community. Yeah, let's just talk about some rules really quickly here, because basically this is a MCOF type thing, except it has a bunch of new rules, and yeah, so yeah, here are the rules. You guys probably won't be able to see it very well, but basically I'm gonna go over the gist of them right now before we get into the games, so that you guys can understand why we did stuff, why we didn't do stuff, etc. So all games are a best of 3. They are basically a R3 game. You roll for a random map and then you roll for a random strategy. If you get like a water tower for a land-based map, then you can re-roll that strategy because obviously it's not suited for the map. And so yeah, it's basically a random strat, a random map. You both have the same strategies, and yeah. So the main difference between this community and other communities is that these games end on round 30. That's before ramping, which is on round 32. MCOF ends at round 38. Some other ones end round 40, etc. like that. But this one ends round 30. And the person with the most lives on the start of round 30 wins the game. Now, a couple towers have some upgrades that are a little bit too powerful that Nikola feels like you should not be able to really use, or you're limited to use them. So the first being Dart Monkey, obviously. Spike-a-pults, you cannot use Spike-a-pults or else you will be you will basically forfeit. Like if you're saving up for a Juggernaut and you accidentally get a Spike-a-pult and cannot afford the Juggernaut, you don't have to like sell a farm or something to get up the Juggernaut, but you do have to get it as like the next thing that you get. Tack Shooter and Boomerang Tower, no abilities before round 20. This makes it really interesting, so you can't just use the ability for any all-outs. You have to actually know what you're doing with the strategy, and I think that makes it a lot more interesting. Banana farms, you cannot go for the X3 or the X4, which is basically the bank of the BIA, because it wouldn't really make a difference because it ends on round 30 anyhow. But yeah, Darling Gun and Mortar, no laser cannon or no big one before round 20. Again, like the Boomerang and the Tack Shooter, you can't just get up the upgrade to defend an all-out. Heli Pilot, no support Chinook, because it just lets you stack towers, and that is pretty much broken. Also, there are some rushes that are not allowed to be sent. There's not actually much of them. See here, it's Boomerang Bomb Tower. You cannot send Camo Ceramics because you cannot use a turbocharge ability before round 20. Camo Ceramics would be pretty much unstoppable with this tower. With this tower combination. So yeah, there's a couple other ones like Dart Monkey Apprentice, no fast cooldown ZOMGs and stuff like that. But yeah, so I have a couple games here with Nikola the creator of this whole Bloons community type thing. And yeah, so the first map that we got was Temple, and the random loadout that we got was Wizard Farm Monkey Village. By the way, I forgot to mention this, but every single loadout will have farm in it. There will be no eco strats, at least for the current time. So we start off and we're just sort of farming. We get up the wizards and we're just chilling. I get up a 1-0 wizard in attempt to save up for a lightning bolt wizard, and Nikola just decides to greed it for the extra farm, and I say, oh well, I guess I have to greed too, so I get up my second farm as well. Now we both send pinks. I boost mine. He gets up the lightning bolt right away, which actually really surprised me. I get up mine too as well. Now it should be noted that I am down in lives right now, which actually could make a whole lot of difference in this competitive type community thing. But yeah, because the game ends on round 30, that's actually pretty early. It's before ramping and everything like that, so yeah. So, which means that if we get to round 30 at this point, I would lose because I have less lives. So, yeah, we're both even on farms, even on defense. He has a bit more on-hand cash than I do, but he is down 1 boost and I am up 1 boost. And I'm up road spikes yet, but yeah. So right here we both send a pretty large round 11 rush. I used my spikes because there was a lot of Bloons gonna go through. He doesn't do anything, and yeah, so none of us boosted, so yeah. And I sent him a fairly large rainbow rush, which he actually uses his boost for. And so I'm like, okay, he just boosted. I don't think he'll be able to defend a boosted rerush, so I all out him. By the way, I sold all my farms. It must be a glitch with Battles TV. Obviously, I wouldn't have that money if I did not sell the farms. But yeah, he sort of messed up his micro. He didn't even buy the 0-1 Monkey Village, which would have helped him out a whole lot. But yeah. I sneak away with the round 13 victory in that game. Okay, so in our second game, we had a game, and the strategy was Wizard Farm Apprentice. Wait, no. The strategy was Wizard Farm Ace, which is actually a pretty okay strategy, as it is. We will see if we get to round 30 though. So the beginning rounds are always the same. You know, you just get up the farms. You might rush a little bit here and there to get some lives and to get some upgrades, but for the most part, it's pretty chilling. You're just sort of sitting there boringly getting up farms and stuff. So I opt to go for the second farm, and he actually does not. He goes for the lightning bolt right away, which actually surprised me a lot. But I guess on this map, it makes a lot of difference. He stopped sending pinks right there, but I got it up anyhow because I will need it eventually, and I'd rather just not risk leaking any more lives than I already have. I'm already down 42 lives on round 5, I think it was. So yeah. Nikola knows that these games could very well go to round 30, so he is trying to keep as many lives as possible so that he does not actually lose if it gets to round 30. My theory is that I don't think we're gonna make it to round 30. I know these towers have flaws, and yeah, so Nikola with a little bit of round 11 rush right there. yeah, so I know that we have ace this time, so any all out will be just ace defended, if that makes any sense. Ace defended, yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, he does boost right now, but I do not do a large counter rush because I knew he would have just got up the ace anyhow. But yeah, he does leak a little bit of lives, not to get lower than me though. So I try another little bit of rush with a Chemo Ceramic, and it actually gets him to boost. There's a little bit of lag, but he did manage to actually place his spikes on the Chemo Ceramic, and that's why he did not leak as much lives as it shows on Bloons TV, is that what it's called? But yeah, round 18 here. We're both sending a Moab, and I have a bunch of money, so I just get up a farm anyhow. And yeah, I get up the wizard because the hold on, let me think for a second here. I get up the lightning breath just because I know he's probably gonna send one, and then I use my spikes on it as well. Yeah, so I'm just waiting here, hoping that it gets popped before it comes around this bend up here, and then I will just get up the actual wizard. And Bloons TV is a little bit laggy, obviously. I do not die to this Moab, but yeah, it actually got popped around like right here, and then the wizard just blew back the ceramics, and I was absolutely fine. But yeah, he has his ace, so any innards of it would be absolutely shredded. So yeah. I did have to boost though, however, because they were getting pretty far. So yeah. I just get up an ace just because if he does do any kind of re-rush or anything like that, I'll just have the ace there. Plus AI is getting a little bit tough these rounds. So yeah, that's pretty much why I got up that. I know with this strat, BFBs are very, very deadly if you don't have good farms, which none of us do. So yeah, we both send a BFB. I get up the Phoenix as soon as possible, and I just sell all my farms and keep rushing him with space BFBs. So yeah. So right now he's actually leaking a little bit to AI, whereas I'm not, because I have the Phoenix ability. He actually does not have any Phoenix abilities. He just has 3 lightning breaths, or not, yeah, lightning breaths, that makes sense. Flame breath, is that what, I don't even know what the actual name is called, but yeah. So my blowback wizard comes in really clutch right here, blows all the ceramics back, and yeah, there's a lot of chaos happening on the screen right now. But yeah, his Bloons are pretty much close to the exit. My Bloons are pretty much close to the exit, and yeah, he just happens to go down slightly faster than I do. It was a really intense game, really close at the end there, and yeah, good games to Nikola. Like I said, these games are always really intense because you have the same towers, and you have to think of the best ways to go about killing the person. Sometimes you have to think outside of the box, and yeah, I think it's a really interesting concept. And if you guys want to join, there is a link to the server in the description below, and yeah, hope to see you guys all there, and until next time, peace.